This is Eyewitness News at 11.
It's the only outlet I have of delivering the message. I mean, the real video proof of what's really going on.
One man's mission, armed with only a video camera, he tapes police officers during stop and frisks. Are they unreasonable searches or good policing? You watch the video and judge for yourself. Stop and frisk, one of the most controversial policies of the NYPD. Cops say it's an effective crime-fighting tool. Many others disagree. Now, one New Yorker says he's tired of being treated like a criminal, and he's fighting back with his video recorder. Investigative reporter Jim Hoffer here now with his exclusive story. Jim?
Bill and Liz, a record number of police stops last year, and rarely is a weapon found or an arrest made. Feeling helpless, one young man has decided to document what he sees as a crime-fighting tactic gone too far. He carries his laptop computer and video camera wherever he goes. Non-violent weapons to fight back against a police department that he says has been relentlessly stopping and interrogating minority men in his Bronx neighborhood for no real reason.
It's the only outlet I have of delivering the message. I mean, the real video proof of what's really going on.
To get that message out, he's putting the stop and frisk videos that he shoots on YouTube under the name Nycresistance. He has recorded dozens and dozens of stops in just the past year. Here he follows a group of officers for 1 hour as they walk the neighborhood, stopping to question and frisk school students. The stops all appear to be routine, carried out the same each time. Police stop the student or students, question and search them for weapons and drugs. Nothing is found. Cops move on and repeat the process. Nycresistance, who requested we conceal his identity for fear of police retaliation, says this happened to him repeatedly, and it's now happening to another generation.
These kids are growing up, and if I don't do something about it, other people, adults don't do something about it, their kids are going to suffer the same fate that we're suffering now. Having our rights violated, feeling humiliated, feeling depressed.
The NYPD and the mayor have argued that the stop and frisk policies have contributed greatly to the city's historically low crime rate. Still, the U.S. Constitution, in its Fourth Amendment, guarantees protection for all of us against unreasonable searches. And the NYPD's own criminal code clearly reads that a police officer may stop a person when he reasonably suspects that person has or is about to commit a crime.
If the officers are acting under reasonable suspicion, then it's permissible.
Criminal justice professor John Shane, a 20-year veteran of the Newark Police, says the video appears to show the NYPD following guidelines.
A lot of that looks appropriate.
There's a suspicion that they've committed a crime or are about to commit a crime. That's hard to believe.
Why? When juvenile crime takes place mostly between after school hours? Because
it's clear in this case that you have the same officers within a very short period of time walking up to different individuals. It's not a fitted description.
I can walk up to students and engage them in conversation.
But you can't pat them down if you don't suspect that they've committed a crime or that they're carrying a weapon.
That's right. I cannot. You're absolutely right. Yeah. However, if I do, or they give me further reason after I stop them, or if they consent to it, then I can.
They do it to everybody, and they've done it to me multiple times.
His camera has also recorded special plainclothes police units stopping drivers. In video after video, police tell those in the car to get out of their vehicles, and in every case they are searched, questioned, and told to move to the back of the car, as another officer searches inside the vehicle. Eventually, the trunk is also searched. The amount of times that this is captured by Nycresistance's camera suggests it is a common practice. Minority drivers not just stopped and questioned, but patted down for weapons and drugs, their cars and trunks searched.
That's the crime control part of the police engaging citizens when they believe reasonably, based on articulable suspicion, that something's about to occur.
The video shows that in nearly every stop when the search is over, the drivers are allowed to go. No arrest is made, no weapons or drugs are found. The NYPD's own data suggests that's almost always the case. While police made a record number of stop and frisk last year, nearly 600,000, less than 2% of the time did cops find a weapon or drugs. The Center for Constitutional Rights sued the city in federal court over this issue.
The vast majority of the time, people are being stopped and they're not doing anything illegal.
The NYPD would say the video shows police doing their job to ensure safe neighborhoods. To some, though, it's proof of liberties ignored by cops who need to be reined in.
The video is telling people that we're being targeted by the police department.
The Civilian Complaint Review Board received more complaints last year against the NYPD than at any time in its history. We should also note that the NYPD repeatedly ignored our attempts to get their response to this report. Now, if you have a tip about this or any issue you would like us to investigate, please give our tip line a call at 877-TIP-NEWS. You may also email us at the.investigators@abc.com. 2 words at the key to all of this: reasonable suspicion. That's what police officers must have in order to stop and pat someone down.
You'd think if they defended it so much, then why not talk to you? Talk to us about this.
Well, we even made personally went to Commissioner Kelly and said, would you please sit down and talk to us
What'd he
about
say?
this? He said, go to one of my deputy commissioners and see if we can arrange it. Didn't happen.
Didn't
That's
happen.
too
And NYC Resistance is going to continue with this?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
Jim.
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you.
But you can't pat them down if you don't suspect that they've committed a
right.
crime or that
That's
they're
right.
carrying a weapon.
That's right. I cannot. You're absolutely right.